Churches have played a very, very important part in building community and keeping community healthy. And I'd like to know a little bit more about each of your organizations and what you're doing within your organization and also outside for the community. Darlene?
So Sacred Heart has been around since, like I said, 1926, and we established on our premises the Gardner Health Clinic, which the need grew and is now its own entity. Sacred Heart Community Services on Alma Street, which started on our grounds, and again, unfortunately, the need grew and it got bigger. And Biblioteca Latinoamericana, which is now a San Jose public library, started in our little office. We have the school, the Nativity School, and we also have a homework center for children to come after school. They have computers there and they can have help. So those are what I can think of right now, a lot of different things that we do for our community, or have done.
And how about Stone Church?
We are officially a green business within the county and encouraging other churches to do that. When Envision used to have its rotating homeless shelters, we did 1 month every year. And I don't know if Sacred Heart was involved in that, but St. Francis, many churches were involved in that. So we have tried to do, rather than doing things ourselves, small things, go big things, because there's really important stuff being done by Catholic Charities and by Sacred Heart.
Rabbi?
Sure. So we have lots of kind of volunteer opportunities within the synagogue, and then also, and I would say especially with other organizations, other Jewish organizations in Silicon Valley. So we partner with other synagogues, with the Jewish Community Center in Los Gatos, with the Jewish Family Services of Silicon Valley, and then in addition, in Judaism, you can't celebrate without also thinking about those who are less fortunate. And so we have a lot of charity fundraisers throughout the year before holidays where our congregants basically donate money. We collect it in the office, and then we'll contribute that money as a congregation to various organizations.
And Ron?
Well, we work on a variety of levels. First and foremost, we believe in the importance of the family. So we teach our families to gather around once a week, 1 day a week, and have family home evening, where parents can teach their children important principles, how to follow Jesus, how to be hard workers, how to live righteously. Then we expand up through the organization. We have the Relief Society, which is our women's organization, and they work with the bishops to provide food, clothing, and shelter to needy members of each ward. We have LDS Social Services, which is a bigger organization that provides counseling service for people who may be having marital problems or addiction recovery problems along those lines. Then we partner with other organizations. Catholic Charities and the LDS Church have worked together to bring aid throughout the world into places like Haiti and Chile and the Polynesian islands that have suffered from the tsunamis.
Have you, over the years, seen a change either demographically or sociologically from in your congregations?
Well, I think since my wife and I have been Stone since '68, so we've been here a long time, and what I've seen is a renewal, revitalization of Willow Glen.
So your congregation pretty much reflects the Willow Glen community?
Oh, yes, very definitely. We have people from down in Alberta and other places, but still, it's Willow Glen. It's very highly educated. Most people have degrees. We have a lot of people in Silicon Valley. We have a lot of teachers as part of our community.
Our congregation's been going through a lot of growth in the last few years, and so yes, it is quite different than it was, say, 30 or 40 years ago. But the growth that we've had has really been from people of all ages. There aren't a whole lot of synagogues around, and so our membership is actually, certainly we've got members from Willow Glen, but our membership goes down to Morgan Hill, Cupertino, Los Altos Hills, really all over the place.
And Ron?
Over the years here in the Willow Glen area and throughout San Jose, we've seen a growth in the number of different languages, races, people who have joined our church. There's more of a melting pot and mixtures of cultures here in San Jose than there were many years ago.
Sacred Heart is, I guess, is in a lower economic area of Willow Glen. So what has happened, like I indicated in 1926 when the church was built, it was Italian immigrants. The Italians moved out and the Mexican immigrants moved in. So it has changed that way.
So if any of our viewers out there would like to know more about your particular church, synagogue, or ward, where would they go?
So for Sacred Heart, what I would recommend is come to one of our masses. So we have masses on Saturday evening, one in English at 5, and Spanish at 6:30, and on Sunday mornings at 9 in English, and then Spanish at 10:30, at noon, and at 6:30 in the evening, our Spanish ones.
Okay, I would suggest go to stonechurch.org, which means we got that name very early on the web. And then from there, what you do, there is some of our worship music is up there, some of the sermons are up there, a lot of information about the congregation. So you can start there, and then the next step is to come visit.
I'll reiterate all that. Our website is Sinai, SINAI-SJ.org. We have services every Shabbat morning, every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. And also, we're just a really laid-back, casual, and very friendly and welcoming place. And we actually have very similar kinds of reactions to people who visit us for the first time, Jewish and non-Jewish, by the way.
And if you want to learn more about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you can go to LDS.org and type in a meeting house locator. Type in your address, it'll give you the church that's closest to you. And if you're here in Willow Glen, 1336 Cherry Avenue is where the LDS Church is located.
Well, thank you all very much for joining us at Willow Glen in Motion. I really appreciate you taking the time to share your religious beliefs and organizations with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was born and raised in the Christian church, and even though I have moved between the Methodist, the Presbyterian, and the Unity churches, I've had little exposure to other religions. The making of this week's episode has significantly changed the way that I look at other faiths. Although in the short time we had, I attempted to draw out some of the differences in the religions, I have found more commonalities, more community support, and more understanding between the different religions than I had ever expected. I invite you to take some time to better understand the people in your community of different faiths as well. Go to our website at willowgleninmotion.com, and on our affiliations tab, you'll find links to the various religious organizations we interviewed today. Next week, we'll explore some of the New Thought religions and look a little deeper into Willow Glen's personal religious history. Until next time, let's keep Willow Glen in motion.